Well, what's up guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and today is a extremely exciting day for me. We're finally getting to do something that I have never done on our bass pond before. And today we're having the guys from Pond King come over and we're doing an electrofish survey, a shock survey of all the fish in our pond. And that's something I've always wanted to do. So a lot of times you can come in and do those shock surveys. A lot of lakes do them. Just people do them all around the country to give you an idea of what you have in your pond. And then the folks from Pond King have biologists on staff that will take all those results. Basically, they'll come out here, we'll shock all the fish. They float up to the surface. It just temporarily paralyzes them. It doesn't kill them, but we'll net the fish, weigh them, and then measure them, inspect them. They'll kind of look them over, and then they can take all that information back and build a stocking plan to figure out what we need to do to grow some bigger bass in our pond. See if we need more bait fish, see if we need, you know, just different things. I'm also having the guys from Pond King bring me some tilapia. And tilapia are not a native species to Oklahoma. They won't survive in the pond all year. They have to have warm water. So once the temperatures get below about 50, I think it's 52 to 55 degrees, the tilapia will die off. So they won't survive our winter here. But they do eat a ton of the moss and things, the algae that grow in the pond. So we have a lot of areas of our pond that are shallow and they get covered in algae and moss and just plant life, and tilapia absolutely devour that stuff. But they're also an excellent food source for bass because they reproduce so fast. They produce so many little fry, and the bass will just woof. So then later in the fall, when the temperatures start falling and the water temperature gets low, those tilapia get really slow, and the bass will just gorge themselves on these tilapia going into winter. So that will give those bass a huge bump to help survive that winter. But anyways, I'm waiting on the guys from Pond King to get here. We're gonna put their little, I'm not sure what kind of boat they're bringing, but I built a little boat ramp here for them. And then we'll get out here and we'll shock these bass and just see. I mean, I don't know. I've caught some 5 to 6, 7 pound bass out of this pond in the past. It's been a few years, but I know there's some good ones in here, so I'm excited to see what we find today. Come here, bear.
Nice.
That's a pretty fish.
Hey everyone, Ethan Stokes here, fisheries biologist, Pond King. Today we're out here, we're going to perform an electroshock survey. And the reason we're going to be doing this is we're going to try to get an overview of what's currently in your lake or pond, try to establish a baseline of where your population's at right now, what needs to be done to improve its health, and improve the quality of your fish that you're going to be in there.
Hey, I'm Jack Myrna, fisheries biologist at Pond King as well. And today we're out here and we also stocked about 15 pounds of tilapia in this lake here. Some reasons we like to stock tilapia are they eat algae. They can actually eat up to about 1/3 of their body weight a day in algae, so they're good for algae control, and they're also great for making trophy bass. They can reproduce every 3 or so weeks, and they can produce up to 4,500 eggs apiece, and so they make a lot of fry for your bass to eat.
think that's the tilapia. Now that's why we're out here. That guy was giant. I can't wait to get him on a scale and see what he weighs.
Alright, so we just got finished doing a electrofishing survey on the pond. We collected a bunch of bass, bluegill, and golden shiners. Now we're going to go get into taking their lengths and weights, and we're going to show you how you put them into an app. And it's going to be this very similar to how we're going to do it when we get back to the office, and I do it on my spreadsheet. So it kind of give you similar information, which you can then later send to us, and we can do a report based off of that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get the big boy out.
I don't want to release him yet. I want to take some pictures of him before we release him, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Nice solid fish.
Yeah, it is.
Alright. We're going to put him on our bump board. And go ahead and take a measurement. He is 22 1/4 inches long. We're going to go ahead and write that down on our data sheet. Keep that in mind for later. Also going to take a weight. Go ahead and get my scale on his mouth. Get all hurting him. There we go. Alright. Your weight. He is 7.1 pounds. Big fish. Sure is. Now the other thing we're going to do, I'm going to do as an extra, but I'm going to pull a couple scales on them. What we can do with the scales is the scales actually form what's called circuli, similar to the rings on a tree, and where the space in between them gets really close together, it forms what's called annuli, which is usually a period of slow growth. This usually indicates a winter, and by counting the number of annuli on the scale, we can actually estimate their age. So what we'll do is we'll gently go right here behind the pectoral fin, just slide a couple scales out. 2, 3, I like to pull 4, that way I have plenty in case some of these are regenerated scales. This is the best way to estimate an age on a fish without having to actually kill the fish and harvest it. So what we'll do here, slide them up here. Go ahead and put them in a coin envelope. And we'll mark that envelope with the length and weight of the fish. Now we can go back and check that later. Alright.
Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. That way we can tell the growth rate and estimate that the fish is growing at the proper rate for its size. Alright, so we got 5 1 to 3 inch bluegill. Release them back in the water. Same deal with this fish. Go ahead and get a leg. So it'll be 16 3/8. And our weight is going to be 2.3. There we go. Going to go ahead and release him to be caught another day. Real nice broodstock bluegill. Alright, get a length on him. He's going to be a 9+.
Man, that's a big bluegill.
Oh yeah, that's a great broodstock fish. Large enough he's going to evade predation, and he's just going to be continuously reproducing offspring for your fishery. So you want to have a good solid population of them, that way you have a sustainable food source for your bass. Long fish.
Isabella, you finally get on the boat. Curious, aren't you?
$2.7. $0.4. 5 to 7 bass. Little guy. 16 and a quarter. 16? Yep. There is a name for that, I can't think of the name of it. 2.6. 16 and a half. 1.4.
Goes.
Okay.
What'd y'all find?
Some crawdads. We're gonna keep some.
Their boat trailer pulled out all this vegetation and it's just full of crawdads.
So there's how you electrofish or shock a pond. I'm telling you what, I am happy. Now we don't have all the results. These guys will go back, take all of the calculations that they took and give us a full report on what we need to do as far as stocking density, any fish we need to add, if we need more bait fish, if we need more predator fish, or we need to add more food in our fish feeder and be feeding a little more. But I'm telling you what, hey, we caught a 7+, I don't remember exactly, 7 point something pound bass. And that might have been the fish that Houston and I missed a couple weeks ago that spit my spinnerbait out at me. But we had a lot of fish in that 2 to 3 pound range, and we got some really nice bass. Of all the fish that we pulled up, of all the largemouth bass that we pulled up, there was only one that was really unhealthy. That was, he was a big fish, he was an older fish. I don't know exactly how old he was, but they took scales. We went ahead and harvested that fish because he was nothing, just bones. There was very little meat on his bones. So they took the inner ear bones out. They're gonna go back, study that fish, figure out what might have been going on, if it was just old age or if he had parasites or, anyways, a lot of cool stuff. But as you guys saw, I was using a little app to help record some stuff, and that's the Pond King app. I know most of you probably don't live close enough to where Pond King is, which is in Gainesville, Texas, north central Texas. They'll service ponds in a 300, huh?
It's fish.
They'll service ponds, I think they said, in about a 300-mile radius, which is a long ways away. But if you don't live close enough and you want to do some study and some research on the fish in your pond, your stocking rates and things, you can download the Pond King app. In the premium version you have to pay. They have a free version, but the premium version allows a lot of other features. It's like $1.99. You can get it on the App Store, the Google Play Store, wherever you get your apps from. But you can record your weight and your length, and then once you record like 20 bass, they can actually do a report for you, much similar to what they're going to do for me on their electroshock survey. So be sure to go check out the, look at that, catching some bluegill. Yeah, get them back in the water so they don't die. Anyways, go to the Pond King app. and check that out. You can go to pondking.com for all kinds of information. The app has a lot of other cool features too. It's got fish identification, it's got all of their products they sell. There's a lot of tutorials, videos, just pond management stuff. Everything you could need for managing your pond or small lake is on that Pond King app. So be sure to check out the description box. I'll leave all the links in there for that stuff. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Pond King for coming out and doing this electrofish survey and partnering with our channel. I love partnering with good companies that I trust, and I think Pond King is a great company. And I like doing this kind of stuff. You guys know we spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of our money and our efforts on this bass pond, and I told you I've called it our monster bass pond for years, and we want to grow more of those 7+ pound bass. And I was really excited to see that we did have at least one over 7 pounds, and I'm telling you what, I was excited. Found another fish?
Yeah.
Well, you guys are like the bluegill saviors, you know that?
We're the muddy people.
Yeah, y'all are very muddy for sure.
Well, only our legs.
So anyways, guys, if you have any questions about this stuff, give Pond King a call. Their website is just pondking.com, I believe, but I'll leave links to all that. They've got their phone numbers or contact information. If you need fish to stock your pond, if you just anything small pond related, they can hook you up. Plus, the little DIY pontoon boat kit. I love that boat. That boat is awesome. It's so cool to have a little boat like that on our pond. But anyways, I'm gonna help these boys clean up their mess, get all cleaned up, and it's getting hot. It's like 90+ today in Oklahoma, and we've been out here on the water for quite a while. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.